Hey everybody, Tony Beers here again, and I'm joined by
Russ,
Brickmaster J.
Brickmaster J. And this is Movie Grades, and in this episode of Movie Grades, we're going to be talking about
the Lego Batman movie.
Jay, you want to start off by listing the actors?
So Will Arnett came back from the Lego movie, and he plays Batman, Bruce Wayne, and he did a phenomenal job in this movie. What do you guys think of him?
He was great.
I think he was great. I think he actually had a very great voice for Batman. You know, he's it's deep and dark, so it's perfect for Batman. And he was the breakout character. Well, I'll say one of the breakout characters in the Lego movie. He was one of my favorite characters, so I'm glad to see him get this spin-off movie.
He was really funny in the movie, and I heard Will Arnett doing the voice for a long time with the raspberry voice. He had to take breaks and stuff like that, so that's what he said in one of the... Yeah, he was really funny, really entertaining, and he was very enjoyable. Michael Cera as Dick Grayson and Robin. I enjoyed him. I think he did a very good job. I think they needed to bring Robin in this movie, and I'm glad they did. He was funny and very lovable. He was a very lovable character.
And Mike Cera seriously needs the screen cred these days because he was in one or two decent movies, but nothing that really caught the world by storm, shall we say? So
yeah, I really liked him in this movie too. I was surprised to find out it was him because he's actually usually a totally different character in other movies. Like whenever I see him, he's always a quiet, geeky nerd type character, and here he's a little bit different. He's more of a joyous character. He's louder. He's not talking down quiet as he usually does. It was a welcome change for me anyway. So I was like, at least he's doing something different, and he was good. So
yeah.
Rosario Dawson as Batgirl and Barbara Gordon. I know her as Claire Temple in the Marvel Netflix series, in Daredevil, and I know she was in, she was in Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, and Iron Fist as well, but I haven't seen those yet. But yes, I enjoyed her as Batgirl, so going from Marvel to DC, that's a cool transition, and then back to Marvel again. But yes, I enjoyed her. She was really well casted for that part.
One thing I would like to mention about Rosario Dawson, usually she always seems to, whatever role she's in, she always seems to be bringing her A game. Yeah. Like, she's always on the mark.
Daredevil, yeah.
Well, and also, look, she was probably one of the memorable things, and for most people, the few of them, in Clerks 2. She was in Men in Black 2, which I thought was better than the first one. I know everyone will disagree. But nonetheless, Rosario Dawson just has this kind of appeal where she's always on the mark. No questions asked. If you cast her, she's going to bring it.
Yeah, I'll agree with that. And I'll say I remember her from another animated movie, which was the Wonder Woman animated movie where she played Artemis. So that's another DC movie she was in. I have to agree with Russell. I've never seen her, we'll say, half-ass her job, but anything. She always brings it.
The next is Zach Galifianakis.
Nicely close though.
Close enough.
He played the Joker, and I enjoyed his Joker in this movie. I know a lot of people think of Mark Hamill or Cesar
Romero, or Jack
Nicholson,
or Heath
Ledger. But Zach brought his own version to the Joker, which I think it worked very well in this movie, especially against Will Arnett as Batman, and I enjoyed him very much in this movie as the Joker.
What I have to say actually about both Will Arnett's Batman and Zach Galifianakis' Joker, they were both menacing in their own way, but still fun. Like a nice balance between them, which people don't usually get for either character, truthfully.
I think it was pretty good. I wouldn't say, that he was the best they could have gotten. But, I still think he was good. There's nothing really bad I could say about him. I don't think I liked him as much as what you guys did, but I think it was good.
Well, one thing I did like about Zach's Joker was that he was playing the mastermind that DC tries to bring it every so often, but in my opinion doesn't really succeed that much with. Look, as much as I love Mark Hamill's Joker, and I do, I never really see him as this brilliant mastermind. I never really have. Heath Ledger's Joker, I kind of saw it. With Zach's Joker, again, I saw it, but usually you don't really get that kind of performance out of, most people who portray him. Let's not even get into Jared Leto's Joker on that one. So, my point is, when we get that, and they do it as well as they do, the way, like, Zach Galifianakis did, or, again, Heath Ledger, I like seeing them do that,
Yeah.
Ralph Fiennes, who played Alfred Pennyworth in this movie, I enjoyed him, but you guys can elaborate more on him and the actor who plays him, because I'm kind of have a slate in mind of what he's been in.
Allow me to cover a little bit here then. What I know Ralph Fiennes best from was, and I know Tony didn't see this, The Grand Budapest Hotel. He played, I believe, the concierge in the movie, and he was fantastic. He seems to play a lot of, like, upper crust isn't the word I'm looking for, but more refined roles, like a maitre d' or concierge, things like that. And so, Alfred as the butler went very well with that. I was actually surprised when the movie ended. I'm like, that was Ralph Fiennes. Okay, I could see that, but it was a nice surprise, I will say. And he did great. He really did, I thought.
I don't know much of Ralph. I always thought it was Ralph Fiennes, but whatever. However he pronounces his name, I haven't seen much of what he's been in. I think he was in the remake of Clash of the Titans, where he played Hades, I believe. I really didn't like him in that one, but this, and Alfred is really good. I mean, and he's Bruce Wayne's father figure in this, and it really kind of shows, because it shows him, he really cares for him, and he's trying to help Bruce Wayne overcome his fears. So I thought he did that very well.
I think so too, especially him adopting Dick Grayson, and it really played like a father figure to. We know he plays like a father figure to Bruce, and Bruce has to accept that father figure to Dick Grayson, and he does he does develop that, and then at the end they have that bond.
There's one character that I wanted to bring up that you didn't write down.
That's
that
fine.
I thought was kind of an important character. I don't even know if the character had a name, but it was the robot in the Phantom Zone.
Her name is Phyllis.
Phyllis, that's right.
That's the character.
I just liked that character for some reason. It just kind of appealed to me, and it was a good performance as well, and the voice was really nice too. It sounds like a voice actress, and she has a nice kind of character arc in the movie. So I liked the character for some reason.
And before we move on to the plot, there's one character I know Russell's dying to talk about in this movie. And go ahead, Russell.
I was just about to say it, because I didn't know where Jay was going with that. Perhaps you folks know this, I'm not sure if you do or not. So, back in the day, Billy D. Williams played Harvey Dent in the first Batman movie, and he was hoping that he'd have the chance to play Harvey Dent in the second movie to become Two-Face. You remember that end scene, folks, where Max Schreck is electrocuted while he's kissing Catwoman. Well, it turns out it was supposed to have Billy D. Williams caught in that explosion, making him Two-Face to bring forward the third movie. Warner Bros. Said absolutely not, and they bought out his contract. Well, after all these years, Billy D. Williams has gotten the chance to fulfill that role as Two-Face. Granted, he gets, not even a minute of screen time, but still, he finally got to play Two-Face after all these years.
Justice was served.
Exactly.
And he was in the first Lego movie, too, as
Lando
Calrissian.
But now he got to play Two-Face.
Yeah.
Finally. Now moving on to plot and story, and I'm going to leave these in your guys' hands.
Go ahead, tell them.
Okay, here's how basically it runs down. So, Batman is essentially... He's like the popular celebrity of Gotham, and criminals love it. When they come after him, they're like, okay, can he beat me this time? So what happens is, basically, first, a few things are going on. First of all, Gotham is looking to the changing of the guard in a sense, as Commissioner Gordon is retiring, and his daughter Barbara Gordon is coming on as the new commissioner, which, by the way, in my opinion, is one of 3 excellent references to Batman Beyond, which got me excited. And then on top of that, during his first battle with the Joker, he tells Joker that he doesn't consider him his arch enemy. I'll let you folks watch that and understand why, because it's, it gets a little in depth with a certain joke, a running joke throughout the movie. So Joker decides to just get himself captured along with all the other rogues of Gotham, because he wants Batman to come after him and send him to the Phantom Zone, where then he can bring the worst of the worst criminals in existence down from there and rain complete havoc on Gotham. At the same time, Bruce/Batman is dealing with his own issues of having problems with wanting to have a family after his parents were knocked off by Joe Chill at the Monarch Theater. Which, by the way, when they showed a picture of that in the movie, I kind of thought it was Joe Chill that took the photo. I was like, oh god, that is so wrong. It was Tony and Jay that brought it to me. No, he just took it with, like a cell phone.
Yeah, he took
a cell phone. I was like, oh, okay. But, essentially, so he winds up unintentionally adopting Dick Grayson, and basically throughout the entire movie, while he's dealing with the Joker's master plan to take down Gotham, he's struggling with trying to take on a family, and also working with Barbara Gordon to fight crime in Gotham because of the issues of the fact that he doesn't know how to handle a family since he lost his. So despite the fact that a lot of things are going on, they actually I thought they handled it all and arranged it very nicely, directed very well. It all worked together nicely and everything. It concluded well. I'm not gonna lie, I just thought it was pulled off fantastically well. Oh, and they actually managed to put in continuity every Batman movie to date with this movie.
Even the TV series.
Yes,
and the original serials from the 40s.
Yep, they did it all. It's all in continuity according to this movie. And are you going to argue with Legos? Come on! Come on!
I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the movie.
Oh, I loved
from start to finish, and I enjoyed a lot of villains they put in, like the Condiment King. Come on, Condiment King. He says, "Are all these real?" He's like, "Yes, they're all real. They were all real."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the rogues were very well done. I like the villains that come out of the Phantom Zone, like the Daleks from Doctor Who, and King Kong, Medusa,
Lord Voldemort, the Kraken.
Yeah, a lot.
My favorite was
the Wicked Witch.
My favorite was the Gremlins.
The Gremlins.
And Sauron.
Sauron.
Because they called them the 80s monsters, or whatever they called them. And of course, like I said before, my weakness is 80s nostalgia, so...
Oh, and they got tons of it in this movie, folks. So many jokes. They make so many wink and nod jokes to the classic Batman movies. Oh, you'll just have... Holy jolly old time, Batman!
And the fact that they brought in such obscure villains, they'll never have... A lot of these, they'll never have in... a movie ever again.
Kite Man.
Yes. The Calculator.
Calendar Man, you'll never see these.
And that really impressed me that they got all these in here.
Special effects. Okay, I was gonna say something earlier, but I think the special effects were done very well. I think the effects were done better in this movie than in the Lego movie.
Oh yeah.
There were effects in this movie that like some of the effects in the original Lego movie were kind of didn't look Lego-like.
No, they didn't. That was my one problem.
Like certain explosions didn't look Lego-like in the original movie, but they did justice to this in this movie, and
they did justice in a Batman movie.
You said it was better than the Lego movie. I
agree.
Like the explosions were better done. They were better done. They looked like more like Lego parts. And stuff. In the original movie, it's just like an explosion.
Yeah, which I didn't like.
You see in any action movie.
I don't know. Maybe I haven't seen that movie for a long time, so maybe I couldn't tell the difference myself.
That was my one criticism of the first movie. Remember?
Oh, it was?
Yeah.
When did that come out?
2014, I believe.
2014. Yeah. So 3 years they've really improved the franchise, and we'll see what they do with the second Lego movie.
Yeah.
So. With special effects and the story, and we'll see what.
I thought, it was excellent. What else can I say?
And then this will bring us to action. The action was very well done at the beginning. Like, it was very well done. I like how he was fighting all the villains, and then he fought the bigger villains from the Phantom Zone. Yeah, I think the action was very well done. It was very well paced. You know, you didn't have like action. It was action, story, like drama, more action, you know, and then more drama. It flowed. It flowed very well with the drama and the action, the comedy. It all flowed together in this movie, and it was really well done. What do you guys have to say about that?
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, yeah, this will bring me to my one and probably only complaint about it was that I thought it was a little too fast paced for me, anyways. You know, maybe I'm just getting old. I'm older than what you guys are, but
Yeah, age, that's it.
but it was just. So I didn't really mind it that much, but you know, some people might have to go back a second time to kind of catch everything, and I probably might be one of those people. But anyway, especially in the beginning, it was really fast paced, and I can understand it. Like I said, it's for the young kids, and you gotta keep their attention. So you know, I didn't really mind it that much. Like I said, it's a minor complaint that I have to say, but
Yeah, I mean, it's a Batman movie.
Yeah.
It better have action, anyways. You're not gonna see
yeah.
Bruce Wayne down on his luck, you know, and it's gonna be a mopey movie. I mean, there was mopey points, but you know, but it's gonna be action because it's Batman.
Yeah, a lot of good of action, yeah.
Now, as you said, you mentioned your bad point, and that's going to bring me to the bad points. And I
Yeah.
mean, I really don't think there was really nothing bad in this movie, Rusty.
I have nothing.
And like I
have
said,
nothing.
and so it moves on to the good. I mean, we talked a lot about good stuff. Like I said, I think the character development was very well done in this movie. That was one of the good points I liked in the movie. I think the voice roles were very well casted for this movie. What other good points were in this movie?
What wasn't a good point for this?
Like I said before, it was very well cohesive. It was a very cohesive movie with the drama, the action, the comedy. Everything was awesome in this movie.
True!
What about you guys? What good things did you see? What other good things did you see in this movie that you enjoyed?
I mean, I think I pretty much named all the things that really stood out to me. I mean, if there's one thing I like about how they handle the Lego movies, is they can kind of take on even some darker, grittier material and still make it fun while still keeping it subtly dark enough for the parents, but still fun enough. Like, they know that balance, and it's amazing how well they pull it off, I think.
Yeah, I agree completely that it was a great balance between fun and action and drama and all like this, and it had enough for the kids to love and enough for the parents to love and enough for three dorky guys to love, and so the thing is
wait, dork, they call me Nerd Prime.
Nerd Prime.
Back to you.
But one really good thing is it actually made me kind of emotional in the movie too. So it has everything. I mean, I think we all agree it's doing Batman better than the live action movies.
It's doing. I think this is one of the best Batman movies, and I like the part where
does he bleed?
He's like one of my favorite parts. Real quick is like, okay, so he's looking at the wall. Bruce Wayne's looking at the wall for Batman. Then Alfred sneaks up on him, and he goes to him. He says, Alfred goes, "What are you afraid of?" And he goes, "Clowns." And then he goes, "Snakes." And he's like, you put that thumb in my head. And he's like, you have. And he's like, Alfred goes, "You have to adopt a family, or you have to get back on track." And he's like, and the best part is like, no, and he goes over the stairs. I
was thinking of that too. Yeah,
that was one of the great scenes. There were several great scenes. So I'm not going to go through all of them.
Please don't.
Well, I went anyway, so I can't remember all of them. But that was the one scene that stuck out.
Oh yeah, I'm thinking about that now. Yeah.
So yeah, this movie was phenomenal. It was awesome.
It's awesome.
And my final grade on this movie, I'm going to give this movie a solid A+. Plus.
Same here.
Anything you have to say, Russell?
Final thoughts?
Final thoughts, yeah.
See this movie, folks. It's worth it, and it's awesome.
I wanted to bring up this one. It has an end credits song, like the Lego Movie did. Well, it had a couple of end credits song, and I always like that. You get you get to see the names, you get to hear the song, and you get a great animation at the end of going on. And yeah, I like this movie a lot. There is not much else I could say. I would give it an A plus. I think a solid A would be good enough for me.
Fair
But
enough.
yeah, it's an A. I mean, I don't know anyone who wouldn't like this movie, you know, unless you have
Don't like
something against Legos or
And
Batman,
Batman.
or something, you know.
Exactly.
So you're a fan of Man of Steel? I'm kidding.
So,
I guess that's about it. So this is Jay with.
Tony,
And Russ.
and we'll
We'll
see
see
you
you
next
See you next time.
This video is sponsored by the Crazy Kings of Toys. Check them out for all your toy needs and find out why they are so crazy. Find them on eBay, Bricklink, and Facebook. Links are in the description. For more Toxic Pop, visit our website at toxicpop1.wixsite.com/toxicpop. Email us at toxicpop1@gmail.com and check us out on Facebook at facebook.com/toxicpop1 and Instagram at instagram.com/wearetoxicpop. Links are in the description.